What a lineup we have for you tonight. He's one half of Britain's gayest comedy double act. From Little Britain and Come Fly With Me, I'll be chatting to Matt Lucas later. She's Australia's only true gigastar, and she's here to help me look back on 2010. Dame Edna Everidge will be here. They're four young lads who I've been following for years. Well, apart from that nasty business with the restraining order. McFly will be here. Yes, 2010 is behind us, but what a year it was. We've got a coalition government. They call it power sharing. What's power sharing? I'm from Northampton. That's when you run your Christmas lights off your neighbours. We've all done it. It's not stealing, it's borrowing, isn't it? And they caused a fuss about those tuition fees. I went to number 10 to protest to Cameron. Because he weren't there, I got that Clegg instead. I'm afraid the gentleman in the house isn't in. I can't talk of such matters. I've got a lasagna on. Bloody useless. Thankfully, Cameron's got plans in case the country grows bored of Clegg. He's going to invite Nicole Shirtlifter from the Pussycat Dolls to stand in as guest Deputy Prime Minister. That's good, yeah. Don't you think we should cut tuition fees? Don't you? And who could forget the Chilean miners? Wasn't it nice for once to have a story centred on the ordeal and suffering of miners who've had a single mention of a Catholic priest? Innit? Can you imagine the excitement of emerging from the darkness after 69 days and seeing the sunlight and daybreak for the first time? Followed by the disappointment and cries, "This is shit! GMTV was much better!" What about the BP oil spill? I don't know what the fuss is all about. I thought oily fish was supposed to be good for us. What is that I thought? I was watching the news going, bring on the omega-6, bring it on. In the end, it cost around $3 billion to clean up. They should have used my cleaner, Trudka, honestly. She only charges £8.50 an hour, and she does the ironing. Good, isn't it? 2010 was the year of the unfaithful footballer, weren't it? Considering all the sex going on, I'm amazed the likes of Terry, Cole and Crouch actually found any time to play football. Oh, hold on, I've just remembered the World Cup. Oh, they didn't! Don't get me started on the World Cup! Do you remember those text photos of Ashley Cole in those baggy white pants? Not very impressive, were they, girls? No. They were. Looked like Gillian McKeith curled up in a hammock. Give me. And imagine poor Colleen Rooney having to read all those lurid headlines, then having to read them again to Wayne. Can you... Poor old George Michael. He ended up in jail after driving his Range Rover into a shop. Police first became suspicious that drugs might be involved when George claimed that the Snappy Snaps branch had jumped a red light. George was taken to court in the back seat of a car with a blanket over his head. Oh, chuck in a pillow and a mug of Ovaltine on the dashboard. That's his usual driving position. Anyway, 2011 is another year, and more importantly, we've all got a royal wedding to look forward to. God bless you, Mum. I know she watches. God bless you. It's going to be an April wedding. Well, any later and William won't have any hair left, will he, for his big wedding? Have you seen it? Camilla's upper lip's got more growth on it, hasn't it? She can't help it, she ain't HRT. But won't it be beautiful when Kate walks down the aisle? You won't be able to hear a pin drop. Maybe Kate's mum going ka-ching but not a pin drop. Don't forget, Kate's mum is a former air stewardess. And we'll be following the bride down the aisle shortly with a trolley of duty-free cigarettes, premium spirits and perfumes. Sketch card, Mum. Let's bring out my first guest. It's McFly! Do you like a drink?
Yes, please. What have you got?
Well, Bucks Fizz.
Oh!
Dubonnet and gin fizz. It's all leftover. You know what it's like after New Year's. It's all...
I'll have a gin fizz, actually.
Gin fizz,
I
yeah.
like,
What do you want, love?
I have a mix of all three, please.
Oh, cool! You're real rock and roll, aren't you? Oh, give me some Dubonnet.
Nice, there you go.
Gin fizz.
Is that...
Dubonnet.
Oh,
It's
Dubonnet.
What is it?
I have no idea. It looks like Benelin. Do you like it?
Down it, down it, down it, down it, down it, down it, down it.
Oh, well, thanks for turning my chat show into an 18 to 30 holiday. That's lovely. So, do you have a nice Christmas?
Oh, yeah, well, we were with our families, weren't we?
Yeah, we always take Christmas off and see our families. So we spend all year with each other, so it's nice to get away from each other for a couple of days.
Yeah. But, Tom, you are literally obsessed with Christmas, aren't you?
Yeah, I do. I love Christmas.
You had a Christmas party, didn't you?
Oh, a birthday party, yeah.
In July.
Yeah. I did, that's true. I did, yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how excited you get? Are you a bit like that girl in that Alton Towers advert? I can't sleep, I can't sleep. Is that what you're like?
Yeah, my tree's always the first to go up as well.
And you once starred as a choir boy in a Christmas TV advert, didn't you, for curries?
Please tell me.
Have you got it? This is my favourite advert. I love it.
At Curry's, we're
That's not
totally
me.
committed to
That's
low
not me.
prices.
That's not me.
Everybody's
That's
looking
not
for
me
Christmas gift ideas and great value. So we've brought together our best choice ever with inspiration for everyone, including our biggest ever choice of games.
Look at that hair. Oh, dear.
And who'd have think now you're necking back Dubonnet and gonna get off your face.
How did you find that?
You don't it?
Can I just kill this midgie around your face?
Oh, thank...
I've got it, didn't I?
Yeah.
I've got it.
Do you see that? Do you
Can
see
you
that?
give me a little bit warning next time you go? Do you know what I mean? You're pissed already. I thought you were going to attack me. I thought, oh my God, he's a violent drunk. Here, you're going out with Miss England, aren't you? 2007, is
That's
that
right, yes.
2008.
8, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, make her feel special. What did you get for Christmas? Like world peace? They love all that, don't they? But you have a thing for beauty queens, don't you? Because your other girlfriend was Miss England.
Well, no, I had a thing with a Miss England before.
Do you ever go international?
Well, we did Miss World, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a
played
good time
gig
out there.
at Miss World, and there was a girl from each country.
That's
of
what
liked.
Miss World's
Yeah,
like.
exactly. Yeah. The liked one of us. Sorry, this is going somewhere. The liked one of us. I think Miss USA liked you, didn't she? Obviously, Miss England. Can't remember.
Mr. Universe.
If he turned up at the wrong do. Hi, I'm here. What?
I had Miss Kazakhstan asking me for my room number.
Miss Kazakhstan! Woo! Was she nice, Miss Kazakhstan?
She was nice. She had quite a deep voice, which was quite frightening.
Did you pull anyone?
No,
We're all taken.
relationship.
Oh, you are,
relationships,
aren't
yeah.
you?
Well,
Well.
Except
Mr. Singleton.
Mr. Single over here.
no, we're sorry to hear about that, Dougie. How hard is it to have a normal relationship when you're in a band?
I think, well, it's all... I've been in with my girlfriend for 7 years since we've been in the band, so it's all I've known. So I think if it's, you know, if you're with the one you want to be with, you make it, you know, you find a way of making it work.
Oh, look at
Lovely. So, most of you are taken at the moment, but 4 boys in a band. Let us know. No, what happened on the tour bus? Let us know. No, I bet it was riddled, that bus.
I think we're gonna have a very good book when it all comes down to it. Yeah.
Right. There's stuff
think
we
it's gonna
can't
shock
really
people.
repeat right now.
Come on, tell us.
You have to wait.
No, come on.
We had this pole that came out of the roof of the bus and it like came down, didn't it? And then people
people just...
yeah, that's it.
A pole. What, did you have a giant kebab? What happened around the pole? How many of you had sex on a tour bus? Come on, I want to hear that about it.
Never.
When you're a chat show and a stand-up comedian, you don't have... Oh,
Right, hands up if you have.
you've had sex
with
on
myself on the tour bus.
Sex with yourself doesn't
Does that not count? No.
Do you have, like, a special bunk?
Yeah. Curtains.
Close your curtains, yeah.
The spunk bunk.
Very good, Tom. I think it's a bit hard to have, to have sex in a bunk because if there's someone above you or below you, you're
got about that much room anyway.
You're gonna have a bad back, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Why are you bending over when you're doing...
Where's that pole going? I don't know where the pole's going. Now, when you started out, before you became McFly, what did your parents think when you said, I think I might want to go into music? Were they worried?
Well, me and Tom have been playing guitar since we were like 5, 6 years old. We've always wanted to do it, and I don't know really. I just sort of always said I want to get up on stage, I want to perform. And then when I met Tom, it was just like, oh, this could be. You know, we started writing together, and you were under management.
My mum and dad were worried, definitely. They didn't want me to do it.
Because you went to a posh school, didn't you?
Yeah, I think that's why. They wanted me to carry
All about education.
Hey, man!
I think that's exactly it, yeah.
Could we forget how long you've been going? Look, we've got a picture here when you started.
Oh, my God. Oh, you got glasses on, Dougie.
Well, Dougie looks like he's come straight from computer club.
Warhammer.
I killed an orc today. Tom, you look like Claire Baldy. You're always seen as a boy band, even though you wrote your own songs. Did you find that frustrating?
It was when we were younger. I think it's only because the stereotype of a boy band, you know, it's manufactured and singing, dancing. But, you know, it's something we've kind of got over as we've got older and we're more secure with ourselves now.
You never went down the old route, did you, really?
What's that?
You know, grabbing and... you know the videos.
A few grabs.
You did have a few grabs?
Yeah.
We're not talking about the tour bus here. Dougie from the claps. Let's talk about your latest album, Above the Noise. It's fair to say it's more grown up, isn't it?
Well, I think it's the most we've ever changed direction, you know, of all of our albums. We worked with Dallas Austin and Ty Cruz on 2 songs as well, and I think it's definitely the most... Like, we're so proud of the album. Like, I think when we were nervous, obviously, when you do make a change in direction, you're worried because you don't want to upset the fans who've been with us for so long. But I think all of the things, all the fundamentals are there that, you know, of a great McFly songs there on all the songs on the album. It's all still... You know, great pop melodies.
You should be a politician, man.
Should I?
Yeah, it's so good, isn't he?
Oh, no, I'm getting brainwashed here. I will vote for you, Tom. Some of the lyrics are a bit sexual, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's some here like... Wrap your legs around me and make the most of the ride.
Yeah.
That's awesome! Mind you, some of the younger fans might think you're talking about My Little Ponies. That's all right. Listen to this. Stay with me and let's make it the longest day. Pour yourself in my mouth. I love the way you taste. It's a girl, not a Capri Sun.
I'm talking about gin fizz.
Gin fizz. So you got it. Now, Dallas Austin, he's worked with everyone, hasn't he? Michael Jackson,
Yeah, he's worked with some
Madonna,
pretty awesome
and...
people, yeah. Pink.
Yeah, that's why he was like the #1 producer for us, because we were referencing all those artists, and he's actually worked with them and made those albums. And you know, he works completely differently to any way we've ever recorded before. He spends most of the time partying. Like the tiny percentage of it is recording, but it's the partying that inspires the music.
Because I heard that weren't you in strip bars having tequila shots and everything?
One of the first places he took us, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he took us straight
We went for a meal in a strip club, didn't we?
Yeah.
Went for dinner.
They have like 5-star restaurants in strip clubs in Atlanta.
amazing.
It's like the home of strip clubs.
Is it off-putting having your
It's kind of
dinner
weird.
and seeing women go...
It is kind of
It
weird.
depends what you order. I ordered the fish. That was a bad move. You had like a hot dog or something. That was fine.
There's a woman there doing this, you're going, this fish is off. That poor woman. You got invited to go to Elton John's for dinner?
Yeah, we did. This was quite bizarre, because it was the first day we were there, and Dallas was like, he's like, oh, shit, I'm meant to be going out with Elton John. I was like, OK, cool. And he said, I'm in the studio with McFly. He said, bring the boys along. So we ended up going out to dinner, and he was really nice, and he ended up playing his first gig at the place where we live now and stuff, and really nice guy. Then he invited us to dinner at his apartment, which was amazing. A beautiful apartment. It's like a museum, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
We had tacos.
And he said...
Tacos at Elton?
Yeah.
Did he make them himself? Did you turn up with a penny and the... Hiya, boys! Is it true he's got a room dedicated to candles?
Yes, his candle cupboard. It's amazing. I want a candle cupboard.
All right. Candle cupboard.
Yeah, it's amazing. He has a different candle in every room, so when you walk through, it's like, oh.
A different scent.
Did he ever put any in the wind and go, that's giving me the idea for a song?
That's amazing.
Anyway, good luck with the new album, as
Thank
if
you
you
very
need
much.
it. It's absolutely brilliant.
Thank
you
you very
so
much.
much.
Tom, it's only 355 days to Christmas. I'm so excited!
They're going to come to our tour?
Yeah. I want to get on that tour bus. Give me that pole. And I will be like a kebab. You're going to perform Nowhere Left to Run at the end of the show. I can't wait for that. McFly, everyone. Thank you very much. Welcome back to part 2. Matt Lucas will be here in a bit. But first, from Cameron and Clegg to the Chilean miners to Cat Bin Lady, 2010 was an unforgettable year. To help me look back on some of the best bits is the legendary Dame Edna Everidge. They love you.
They do adore me, don't they? But you know, Alan, we have never met.
No.
And yet I feel I know this studio audience very, very well indeed. They love me.
You're like a walking vajazzle. Aren't you? You are. You are.
Happy New Year,
Oh,
Alan.
thank you. Happy New Year to you too. Did you have a nice Christmas?
Well, I'm not very comfortable
Oh, are
here.
you sure? Do you want another cushion, love? Oh, be careful,
I
please.
don't want to give people...
It's a family show.
It is.
It's like a lurid Basic Instincts scene, then.
We don't... we don't want that, do we? But I was given some horrible lampshades at Christmas by Colonel Gaddafi. Have you heard of him?
Oh, yes.
Hideous. Absolutely hideous. Puce and mustard with big flowers all over them. I gave them to Fergie. And she dressed her daughters in them. And they look lovely, too. They work.
I mean, I've got to talk to you about some of the big stories from 2010.
Oh, please do.
The Coalition. What do you think of them? David Cameron and Clegg.
They're identical, aren't they? They look to me I'm an Australian. They look exactly the same. We have a Prime Minister from Britain in Australia now, a woman. She's from Wales. She's the only Welsh person, I think, who can't sing. She can barely speak, as a matter of fact. She's a strange type of a woman. You know those women you look at and you see right up their nostrils? I don't like it.
No.
Horrible.
No. But don't, you know, with Cameron and Clegg, don't they remind you of Elton John and David Furnish?
Well, I don't... I mean, David and Elton are friends of mine, and I don't want to say rude things on them, even on a show that not many people watch.
You can go off people, you know.
We won't go off each other, Alan. But what I loved about 2010 were those Chilean miners, didn't you, studio audience?
Yeah.
I was at the pithead when they emerged.
Oh, really?
I was there.
Oh, my God.
And a lovely old Chilean miner popped his head up, and unfortunately, his wife and girlfriend were there. Did you read about that?
Yes.
Both of them. And I threw myself between them. I did. And to cut a long story short, that little miner went off with me. He did. I've never had such a hot Chilean in my life. I've had Brazilians, but not Chileans. No. That's the difference, Alan.
And, your friend Mel Gibson's had a tough year.
He's brought it on himself. I helped that boy. I remember, you see, I have a little school of acting in my home in Melbourne.
Yes.
And people come and bring their children.
Yeah.
I remember when Mr. and Mrs. Gibson knocked on my kitchen door, and they brought this funny little stunted fellow along with interesting eyes. Yeah. And they said, can you teach little Mel everything you know? And I did. And he had a bit of a mouth on him even then.
Yeah. He didn't call you sugar tits.
No, but he was sipping on the cooking sherry for a while. Oh. And I suspected there was a problem down the track for him.
You knew that Mel would, like, go off the rails?
And he wanted me to be in that religious film of his, too, playing Mary. But but he's gone. It's very disappointing for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, have you brought a hat for the royal wedding next year?
Oh, I'm so excited about it.
Oh, I can't wait.
I mean, I am... We all are, really, aren't we? And she's so lovely to know her as I do.
Yeah. What do the royals make of the Middleton family? You know, they say she's a bit, you know, rough round the edges.
They did use the term C-O-M-M-O-N. They didn't all say it. I'm not going to tell you who said it. No. I'm not. Because I'm very fond of Princess Anne. But I think this is going to capture the hearts of the world. And, you know, it's put a smile on everyone's face.
It has.
And I'm going to be the maid of honour, as you probably know. And I'm also doing the flowers. I'm going to have the whole of Westminster Abbey filled with gladioli. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be such a beautiful occasion.
I want to know about this hen night. Where are you taking them? Are you taking the Queen?
Hen night, yes, indeed. I'm in charge of that. I'm taking them to Stringfellows. Oh. This is a nightclub, and it's run by a rather pushy little fellow called Peter Stringfellow, who dyed hair, indeed dyed skin. It's a little bit down market, but I think it'd be fun for them.
You and Norm spent years together, you know, and then he passed away. What's the secret of a long and happy marriage?
Well, he was bedridden, and that was a big secret. And he didn't interfere with me. And my husband never saw me naked, Alan.
No, really?
No.
Never?
Nor did he express the least desire.
Dame Edna, everyone! Welcome back, McFly performing shortly. First, though, fasten your seatbelts and prepare for takeoff. He's the star of Come Fly With Me. It's Matt Lucas!
Hello there. Hello
They're
there.
lovely! Don't milk it. Would you like a drink?
Well, what have you got open? Don't open anything for me.
No,
Are you one of those? So don't open anything for me.
Yeah, then
don't
complain.
open.
Then complain when you go out the door.
Yeah,
Didn't
then-
even open that for me.
No, what have you got open?
Bucks Fizz.
Yes, very good.
And Dubonnet.
Oh, I'll go for the Bucks Fizz, actually.
Bucks Fizz, yeah. Oh, that's a good choice,
Yeah.
darling. So David Walliams has been on this show 3 times and you haven't been on at all.
No.
Why? Is it something personal? Don't you like me?
I don't think I've been asked, have I?
Oh, you have.
Have I?
Anyway, let's go.
These are nice.
Yeah,
These are
there's
nice.
a toffee penny
Yeah,
there
I
and
can't
like
have
a finger and...
Do you know what, right? I'm not joking, but I brought 2 guests along, and one of them is my personal trainer, so I can't have these, unfortunately, because she's sat in the audience.
No.
So if I have one, she'll know that I've had it. Usually I lie, but...
Oh, it's a she, it's a she.
It's a she, yeah.
Have you deliberately chosen a she instead of a he?
It's very hard to say, but actually my doctor said to me, he said you can either have the gastric band
Yeah.
or this particular person. And the thing is, I lost loads of weight, and then I've put a little bit back on. That's my fault, because I've eaten most of Britain in the last year. Yeah. But I need to lose more weight, and now you've put these in front of me. You're trying to fatten me up, aren't
No,
you?
I've put on weight. I mean, people love you, don't you, when you're fat and you've got a bubbly personality
Well, you're not
as
a
well,
threat.
haven't
You're not a threat.
you? No, that's right,
So
love.
they love it, yeah. They love it. People try and fatten you up. They come around with chocolates, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They like it when you're funny and fat.
Yeah. Yeah, roly-poly funny man.
Yeah,
They love that.
Yeah. Moo, here he is. It's when they play the tuba behind you and
Yeah.
you're walking.
How are you anyway? You're
yeah,
all right?
I am fine. I'm good.
You don't wear a tie? You're not fussed? You're on the telly? People will be watching. My mum will be watching this and you're not wearing a tie.
Really? Does she like people to wear a tie?
Well, I think you should, if you know my mum's watching, you should make a bit of an effort, shouldn't you? Are your family watching?
My family are watching, yeah.
Wouldn't they want you to wear a tie?
Well, no, because now we're going back on my weight again, but I actually can't. Do you know what I mean?
Why?
I'm like Janet Jackson. I have a wardrobe malfunction, but with a turkey neck.
Right, OK.
It's hard, honestly, it's hard to keep it in. Look. You see, look, it just doesn't look good.
Can I...
Hi, welcome to Chatty Man. It's not good, is it?
Can I give you a bit of advice? Whatever you do, don't wear a tie.
Now, the first episode of your new show, Come
Yeah.
Fly With Me, was on Christmas Day.
Yes.
For anyone who passed out on the sofa, let us know what
It was
Come
the
Fly
show that
With
you
Me...
slept and farted to.
Yes.
It was on at 10 o'clock. Come Fly With Me is the new show from me and David. You know, the ones we've done Little Britain, now we're doing Come Fly With Me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so it's us. It's a new show, but it's us doing lots of different characters and being women and gays again.
Yeah. I've got a picture with all those characters.
There we go.
Now, it's based on Airport, isn't it?
Yeah, it's inspired by Airport
One of
and
my
Airline
favourite
and
shows ever.
those. I love it. I love those shows. I like the fact that nothing really happens in them. Like, you know, so it's sort of like Ivan found his plaster. That's what happens at the end. Like nothing of any great note happens. The plane left on time. I think because we thought, you know, everybody flies at some point, so there's a kind of collective anxiety that everyone has about flying.
Yeah.
And also, all the sort of security rules now. You never quite know. They go, oh, you didn't fill in the form. Well, I didn't know about it sort of changes every time you travel.
But you know what also you highlighted as well, which I was thinking about? Priority boarding.
Yeah.
What a bloody con.
Yeah.
You can get on the plane first. We don't leave any quicker, do you?
No. Well, if you sit at the front, you technically arrive slightly early.
Yeah, but only if you're a bit mental.
Yes.
And also, I was on a flight. I don't know if you heard this, but those air stewardesses, they think that curtain is actually made of solid material. They're talking behind it like, well, I told him if he's going to put that in my mouth, I'll bite it off. And they call the curtain fish, chicken, innit? They're stupid. How did you pick the characters? Did you whittle them down? Because there's 50 different characters.
Yeah, we play about 25 each, but some are kind of characters that you see a lot of in the series.
Yeah,
Some are just like bloke, man 2,
Yeah.
girl 4. No, when we're writing, we never know who's going to play which one. Occasionally, one of us has a voice. Like, there's a character called Taj that I play, and I was just doing the voice. And similarly, David with Omar, who's the owner of the low-cost airline Flylow.
Let's take a look at a clip of you as Taj.
OK.
See, what happened was they were just getting the plane out of the hangar and the wing fell off. So what they got to do is they got to stick the wing back on the plane, but they got to get themselves some special aeroplane glue, isn't it? So it's going to be a little bit of a delay. But thing is, I don't want to tell passengers this because it might make them a tiny bit nervous. So I've just been thinking of other things I can tell them instead.
Excuse me?
Yes, boss?
What's the delay?
A volcano has erupted in Bradford and is spewing out all ash and that. We've had a phone call from a woman who lives near the airport and she's having a barbecue today. And she says, please, can we have no planes flying overhead because it's a bit noisy?
Looking at the series, you're a real chameleon in it. And, like, with David, you can see it's him, you know, but with you, it's like a master of disguise.
I know, no one looks more like a man than David Walliams in a dress, somehow.
Yeah.
But you always look like a sort of a frumpy woman. You look like a great woman,
Yes.
but, like, you never look like... No one watches it and goes, whoa, but...
They do.
How
dare you? I've turned men. I have. Gay men, I've turned them straight, is what I mean.
Now, the BBC's become a lot more sensitive after Saxgate. How have you got away with, like, playing black women, Muslim men and Japanese schoolgirls?
Well, it's an interesting question, because we do get asked that, but I do think... Say we were doing a show where... and David and I played one character each. I think it would be a bit weird if we just played ethnic characters.
Yeah.
But because the conceit of the show is me and David playing everyone... we have to play everyone. And also, Britain is multicultural, and so I don't think you'd be really reflecting the country as you see it if you didn't do that. And I think we don't try and have ever a joke at the expense of someone's ethnicity. We just have sort of characters, really.
Yeah.
But it's a funny thing because sometimes people, you know, in the newspapers might write that it's offensive, but you never meet anyone who isn't trying to stir it up. Who seems to think it's offensive for that reason.
Because you actually filmed it in a genuine airport, didn't you?
We filmed most of the show in a couple of real airports, yeah.
Was there any awkward moments when you were, like, dressed up and then you came across people that you were actually taking the piss out of? You know, you can imagine it, can't you?
Well, there was one weird moment where Paul Whitehouse turned up at the airport. He was just travelling.
Yeah.
And I was going, all right, Paul? All right, Whitehouse? And I'm mucking about. Oi, Shitehouse! And just been like, because I've met him a few times, I thought I'll do that. Yeah. Oi, Whitehouse, it's Paul Whitehouse. And he keeps going, all right. But then I forgot I was dressed as a sort of 60-year-old black woman. So I didn't know who I was. I was going, Paul Whitehouse was blanking me. And I actually think that's really rude. But then, of course, I didn't have a clue who I was.
No. What did they make of those Japanese schoolgirls? Because they're funny.
Look at me. Gorgeous.
No, look at
Gorgeous.
That. Wow.
Yeah? Come on. Yeah.
But the thing is, at airports, you're always told to look out for people acting suspiciously. Surely someone must have went, oh, my God, there's 2 Japanese schoolgirls whose faces...
Mad fans of Martin Clunes.
Yeah, standing with a Martin Clunes lunchbox.
Yeah, we like Martin Clunes. We like Martin Clunes. We love Martin Clunes. Yeah. We come from Japan to meet Martin Clunes. Yeah. I can't do the Japanese accent, clearly. But I do love Martin Clunes. That was fun to do. They're only in it once. It's a bit different to Little Britain. There's some characters that are in every week. But we did a lot of one-off characters this time and not nearly so many catchphrases.
No.
And it is a cleaner show. I mean, you talk about Saxgate or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But it is a slightly more family-orientated show. Only slightly, mind.
Yeah.
But it's not quite as rude as Little Britain, no.
Did you and David feel pressure to do, like, something as iconic and as memorable as Little Britain?
You know, you can't put yourself under that pressure. You can only do what we've only ever done, which is just try and do the funniest show possible. And actually, in a way, I didn't think there was pressure because Little Britain became so much bigger than we ever thought it would do that we were just very, very lucky to have a show that was that loved. So I don't imagine we'll ever have a show as big as that again. So in a way, it liberates you from trying to compete with yourself. Because it's just, you can't, you know. It's like if you won the treble one season in football, you can't judge yourself as a failure if you don't win it the next season.
No.
No, I talked about football there and your eyes glazed over.
Have you just been talking?
Yes, sorry. Alan Carr.
Oh, thank you.
Alan Carr.
Welcome back to part 4. McFly will be singing soon, but look who's still here. It's Matt Lucas. I've got to ask you, how's David at the moment?
He's all right, yeah. Yeah, he's very well.
Do you see any less of him now he's got a wife?
No, not especially. No. I saw him last week, in fact.
Oh, right.
Yes.
You know, at the wedding, when you did your speech...
Yeah. I said, people always ask me if David Walliams is gay.
Yeah, yeah.
If he is, he's going the long way round.
I mean, if he was gay, would you fancy him?
Would it... No.
No.
David?
Yeah.
No. No. Would you?
I think he's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever had a glass of wine and ended up kissing?
We've kissed millions of times on stage. And I always get a rash, because he's like, he hasn't shaved.
I get aroused.
No. Well, the weird thing is, no, I could never see him in that... It's like your brother, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. And also, if you're writing as well, you don't want, like, lust to get in between you for 8 hours. Can you imagine, like... You know, and...
I could say, well, you know, can you imagine if you just fancied each other and all the time, but you were, like, writing? You go, well, I would write a joke, but you have to excuse me, I've got a terrible erection right now. And I'm not sure whether to write some more jokes or go and do something about this immense erection.
Yeah.
It would really get in the way. We wouldn't have a funny show.
No, then you'd be ripping off each other's prosthetics.
Yeah.
And gaffer taping the penis.
Yes.
False boobs.
Yeah. They've got to be dressed as Emily Howard and off we go. Yeah. No, it doesn't really... It's not for me, that. I'll be honest with you.
Now, before the break, we were talking about your new show, Come Fly With Me. But that isn't the only thing you've been up to this Christmas, is it?
No. Go on. Well, what have I done?
Well, don't make me feel like a stalker. You took the bins out on Tuesday.
I did.
You also made a programme about your appearance on Les Mis.
Yes, I did, yeah. It's been one of my childhood ambitions to be in Les Miserables, and it's 25 years old now. So there was a big concert at the O2. In fact, we did 2 concerts at the O2, and I was in it, yeah.
I know. When you terrified... Oh, no, you must have done the O2 before.
No, yeah, but not singing.
Yeah.
And not singing with proper people. Now, see that gentleman there on the left? That's Alfie Boe, who's kind of the greatest British opera singer you can find. And so he's the #1 British opera singer, so it was lovely to work with him, yeah.
Do you know what? Everyone raves about this Les Mis, but I've never seen it. And
no?
I don't think I fancy it.
Not for you.
It's about revolution, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's all singings.
Singing.
And, well, what do you prefer?
Legally Blonde, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Glee, Wicked.
Glee, yeah, that kind of thing, yeah. I mean, with Cats, you sort of know what to expect.
Yeah. You go to the doctor and he might diagnose you as homosexual. Because they're very kind of camp, puffy musicals, whereas Les Mis believes it to be very sort of serious and sort of majestic and important. Yeah. But I'm in it now, so it's a bit puffy.
Yeah. So what songs are from Les Mis?
Well, I Dreamed a Dream, of course. Oh, Susan Boyle's song.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by. I could have done it.
You could have done it.
I hear you're looking for a place in LA. You're house hunting. Is that right?
Well, I love Britain, and I'm not leaving Britain, but I just thought it would be nice to... Can I be honest with you? Because it would be nice to go there for the winter. Because it's really cold here. Yeah. And I've got no hair. And I get really cold.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
I didn't spot that.
No. It's a funny thing, that, isn't it? People don't... It's something people don't notice about me until they've spent quite a few hours in my company.
Yeah,
And I get cold. I get chilly.
Well, it's a long way to go. Why don't you just buy a hat?
No, I hadn't thought of that. That's a good idea.
Well, good luck with Come Fly With Me,
Thank
as
you
if
very
you're going to
much.
need it.
Thank you.
Matt Lucas, everyone! That's it for tonight's show. A massive thank you to Dame Edna Everidge, McFly, and of course, Matt Lucas. Yes! Channel 4 have got a Shameless special lined up next week, so we'll be back on the 17th of January when I'll be joined by Adele and Jonathan Ross. But now with nowhere left to run, it's McFly! Oh, what a week it's been. Katie Price and Alex Reid are set to split after 11 months of marriage. Needless to say, Katie has made an appeal to the press to be as intrusive as possible at this difficult time. Apparently, Katie's hell-bent on making sure that Alex doesn't get his hands on her £40 million fortune. Bloody hell, 40 million? That's 20 million pounds a tit. It's time you got yourself out to work, young lady. I'll never have to work again with these puppies, would I? At least there's been some good news. Victoria Beckham's pregnant again. Of course, that means Victoria will have to consider hemorrhoids. Which, though not conventionally pretty, is certainly an unusual name for a girl. I get hemorrhoids. When the time comes, Victoria plans to have a 4th caesarean section. 4th caesarean. I mean, with her fashion world contacts, you'd have thought she'd have got Donatella Versace to put a zip in by now. Do you know what I mean? Looks fabulous, darling. And a clutch bag from the placenta, too. Lovely. Can I have a word about the price of petrol? How high is the price of petrol? It wasn't a question, love. I was just asking. Oh, sure. £1.25. I'm doing a joke, love. I'm here working, you know. It's nice, so thanks for helping me out. You know. She thinks she's coming for question time or something. I tell you, with the prices they're charging now, I want to try the petrol first to make sure it's top quality, don't you? Listen, you know driving's become expensive when even George Michael's taken to sleeping in a bed. And finally, Nicole Kidman admitted to having had Botox. She revealed it to a showbiz insider, which actually she revealed it to a bear who was just coming back from having a shit in the woods. Come off it. You could slam her hand in the door, she wouldn't even flinch, would she? It really hurt. Maybe she'd just been pulling our legs when she denied it previously. You never know, but we just missed her wink, you know. What a lineup we have for you tonight. They're two of the hottest comics in the country, even though they're young enough to be the sons I never wanted. Kevin Bridges and Jack Whitehall will be here. There's only one puff and there's no piano, but get ready for a Monday night with Jonathan Ross. But first, she's the South London singer who struck the big time both here and in the States. Put your hands together for the incredible Adele.
Sorry, my voice has gone hello.
This is a bit like a normal Saturday night for us, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
She comes round my house every Saturday. We used to do watch X Factor.
Yeah, when I weren't working,
Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm not saying you're unemployed. Using my electricity, using my toilet.
No, you know, the amount of times I've walked into his house and it's been dark and it's like he's saving electricity. It's pitch black. Look, it's pitch black. You do, the light's always off.
Oh, well, if we're getting into that then, love.
Oh, no.
She brings her dog along. I've got this brand new rug. The dog does a shit on the rug. Look, I gave her this bit of lamb, weren't it? It was
I
too
didn't,
much.
you gave it. You gave a puppy some lamb. Like lamb kebab.
He's building up his own bloody sausage dog. And then he goes like, all over the bed. She's going, get some kitchen roll, get some kitchen roll. Like that. So I run downstairs, give her the kitchen roll. She rips it off, up her nose. Oh, that's bad. Now, your new album, 21's out next week.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I'm really anxious, actually. I'm
Why
really
are you
excited.
anxious?
Just because I tried to bite my tongue a bit on this record, but I ended up being more honest than the first one, and I think it might come back and bite me on the bum.
No, it won't.
I think it might.
It won't.
But I'm excited.
Now, 21 is a breakup album, isn't it?
Yeah.
What did this man do to you? Because how many songs are there on the album? I mean, how bad can he be? Most people have one song where you're like, you bastard.
It was nowhere near as bad as my first boyfriend that my first album was about, because that was something very particular to blame. And this one, we were just really unsure of... Well, we just fell out of love and it stopped being fun, which I find more devastating than when you can say, well, you did, like, fuck some other girl, you know, that's why we're not together.
Yeah.
Whereas this time, it just went, what have I done? You know, and you just sort of... stop liking each other. But he was actually brilliant. I was just very bitter.
Yeah.
I come to terms with it by the time I do Someone Like You on the album.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he was all right.
So do you always have to make an album about it? Can't you just go and see a counsellor?
But it's cheaper to write an album about it. Well, I don't pay for making an album. Someone else pays for that, so it's cheap to me. But no, I just the only running theme so far. But hopefully it won't. Hopefully I won't be married and be like, darling, we need a divorce. To write another album or nothing. But that would be really bad.
And quite cold, to be honest. Your first one was called 19.
Yeah.
And had your face on the front. And
this one, my eyelash. Had my lash on it. Yeah, okay.
This one's called 21.
Yeah.
And it's
got my whole face on it now.
Yeah.
But no eyeball.
No,
No
you're
eyeball.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, do you make these like albums for ID in pubs and stuff? It is me, look. It's me, Adele.
No, 21, I feel like a proper adult now. I had an amazing, really grown-up relationship and it was the only fitting, relevant title.
Yeah, but is this going to carry on, though? Because you're starting a dangerous thing. I mean, look, this is what you were like when you're 87, look.
Oh, you didn't? You're evil. You're evil. Oh, don't. I don't know if I'll use the age thing forever. I kind of dismissed it last time.
It's funny, because although you're, like, so successful over here, people don't realise, in America, you are, like, huge. Now, she comes to my house, and then she's like, oh, have another drink. Oh, no, I'm going to America on Monday. I'm like, oh, OK. Switch on the telly, you're on Oprah, you're on Ellen, you're on Ugly Betty. I mean, you've got this amazing life. You're like a little Cockney Hannah Montana. No, but you haven't.
It went really well there. It was really, I didn't even think I'd released my first album there. And I did. And then I did Saturday Night Live and it literally just, like, catapulted. It was...
And that's with Sarah Palin,
yeah,
isn't it?
I thought she was Tina Fey. I didn't... I knew Tina Fey was going to be there, but I didn't know Sarah Palin was going to be there. Everyone else I worked with knew, but I get really bad stage fright, so they didn't tell me. So I turned up, I was like, Tina. She didn't hear me, but her security guards had to, like, kind of bounce me out the way a little bit. But yeah, it changed everything, and I haven't been able to keep up since, really.
You actually met Sarah Palin. What's she like?
She's really small. Yeah,
How small, not borderline dwarf.
Well, I had an Obama badge on there.
You did?
And she came to that height, so she was sort of staring at her, like, sort of competition on my tit. But she was really sweet. She wanted to come backstage and meet us like before the thing, but everyone that works with me is quite gay, and they don't like her, and she doesn't really like them very much either.
Oh, right.
So I
That's
didn't want her to come in then, yeah, because they were like, I won't paint your face if she comes in. So it was, would have had to go on looking like that 87. Oh my God, hello. Like that. No, I'm joking. But she was really sweet.
Yeah.
She was, I mean, you know, she wasn't talking to me about politics. She was just saying hi.
No. I just like the fact that we're going in the dressing room and a load of gays in the corner scowling.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, that wasn't the only awkward
No, I've
meeting
had
you
quite
had.
a lot.
Oh, I know, you are like... It's like Carry On Adele. And is it true you nearly killed P. Diddy?
It wasn't as serious. I think I might have got a bit carried away when I was telling this story once. I've got a motor mouth, I can talk forever. But no, I was on a video shoot and they gave me a golf buggy, which is quite lethal because I'm not very good. And I was driving past this other little studio. It's like one of the ones where there's loads of studios on one plot. And he's out there doing a fragrance commercial or something. But I was driving and I meant to sort of slow down, like quite suavely, and be like, hey, you're P. Diddy. And instead up at the accelerator, I went, oh my God, you're P. Diddy. And he turned around to look and was like, whoa.
Oh, no.
It was all right, though, because the way I told it before, I think I made out like actually hit him, and I didn't.
Yeah. You're bringing up Sheila's wheels. I've just killed P. Diddy. And that happened. You were a pupil at the Brit School.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, what goes on at this Brit School? Is it like a normal school? Do you do, like, lessons, or is it just, like, double jazz hands?
Yeah, it's like that. No, it's for performing arts, but there's lots of different ones. Like, you don't have to do double jazz hands if you don't want to, but there is musical theatre, or there's just dance, just theatre, just music. Yeah. So I went to the open day and it was exactly like Fame. People, like, kind of miming in hallways. And people doing pirouettes. And you know what the worst thing was, right? The music department was below the dance department, and you go and sit on the bench and there'd be a dancer with her leg, like, up behind her head. Coming down there, eating my white bread. But it was, I loved it. It was amazing.
Was Leona Lewis in your
She was there. I think I was year 10 when she was year 13 or 12. But she must never have sung because, I mean, you'd know if you heard her sung.
Yeah.
So I think she must have been, like, uber quiet.
Yeah.
But I have, like, my imagination runs off, and sometimes I imagine, like, walking past her.
You might have walked past her because she is so quiet.
But she was like, I remember at school, because I saw her about a year and a half ago for Divas in New York.
Yeah.
And she was talking to me about it, and I was just like, couldn't remember. But I reckon her imagination was probably lying as well.
Yeah. So, you're performing Rolling in the Deep later.
Yeah.
I can't wait. And 21 is out next week.
Yes.
Give it up for the amazing Adele!
Thank you very much.
Welcome back. Jonathan Ross will be here in a bit. First, though, one's a posh boy, the other's rough as you like, but they're two of the best young stand-ups around. It's Jack Whitehall and Kevin Bridges. Oh, would you like a drink?
Yes, please.
What would you like?
Oh, Jägerbomb.
Yeah, This is serious, isn't it? This is like, this'll mess with your head.
I've done some bad things. I love Jägermeister. It's lovely.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what would you like, Kevin?
I don't know,
like
you just described me as rough as you like, so I can see Mad Dog 2020 in the back
Oh,
there.
yes.
What is it, Orange Jubilee?
Yeah, orange, one of your 5 a day. Have you ever been off your face on Jägermeister?
Kevin doesn't drink.
I'm actually teetotal, Alan. I've got a problem.
But you're from Glasgow.
No, I do drink, but I don't fancy a Jägermeister.
Oh.
I might get
Got
honest.
Lambrini? Lambrini, Pink Lay, what else is there? Schlur?
I'll take a red wine then, Alan, since you're offering.
Red wine, where's that then?
What's that one?
It's Blueberry Sparkle.
It's the same, have you got a can of beer?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know you were going to be so fucking difficult. 2 hours I was in Lidl, 2 hours. I wish I'd never bothered. You're actually become... Oh! Best sound in the world. Well, there you go, look at that. You actually became friends, didn't you, sharing a dressing room in Stand Up for the Week, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think friends is a bit strong.
Well, Kevin! I didn't think Kevin liked me at the beginning, because I was quite irritating to share a dressing room with, because I was, like, demanding that Kevin would come with me to Yo Sushi, like, every day.
He made me try sushi. That was an eye-opener.
Is it true that you organised a dinner so your parents could meet?
Yeah,
I mean, that sounds a bit...
Yeah, it sounds really sweet. We were in Edinburgh and like we got on really well doing stand up for the week. So we were like, it'd be good if our parents met. We'll book a table, have a Sunday lunch. So I turned up, and Kevin didn't. So it was my parents and Kevin's parents opposite each other, and then me, and then an empty chair. Kev had work, you know, because he was like, the most popular actor at the festival. He was doing gigs all the time, and I wasn't. So I was sat there. But our parents got on really, really well. They got on so well that they just ignored me for the whole dinner.
I had to convince my dad to go through, because my dad's Glasgow born and bred, and he he's left the street about 4 times in his life. So for him to go to Edinburgh, he thought he had to get his money changed. I convinced him to go to the dinner because I told him Jack's parents were loaded. He showed up and I was like, you seen the bill, did he?
Nah, I didn't see the bill.
It was a good day.
You're both playing, like, sell-out tours and everything, but you started out comedy, I can't believe, so young, like 17, didn't you, or 18, or...?
I started at 17. And you started it?
Yeah, I was 17 as well. In fact, this is quite interesting. The first ever live gig I went to in Edinburgh was your show at Edinburgh Festival, and I went there with 4 friends, and we got there, and we were a little bit late, and it was in the venue where there was all stools. So we came in, and there was 4 stools at the front. We sat down, and you said, "Oh, you look like a boy band," and which was quite nice. And then you said, "Which one's the gay one?" And everyone in the audience, not just my friends, everyone in the audience swung around and looked at me. I spent the rest of the gig just feeling like Jason Orange.
Oh, no.
But it was inspiring as well, and that's why I became a comedian, because of you.
Oh, no! I was funny back then. I mean, where'd you get the confidence from? Because, like, 17, I was, like, all over the bloody place. I could never, like, stand...
I think it's just a case of being annoying. When I look back, you were 17. I think it was confidence. I
was a dickhead.
I was irritating.
And it's always a banter, isn't it?
I was a dick.
No, you're always a dick. I probably still am a bit of a dick, but you're a real dick.
Reformed dickhead.
I'm a reformed dickhead, but it's because I found... It's like stand-up is like an AA for dickheads. Because you spend your whole childhood, like, wanting attention. Everyone look at me, I'm really funny. And then no one wants to look at you. And then you're like, oh, if I go on stage and do it, then it's an actual job. And people will think, oh, he's not a dickhead, he's just doing it to get paid. So then you go and do that, and you be a dickhead in the professional guys, and then your friends are like, well, he's not a dickhead with us, he's a dickhead with strangers. So that's fine.
Oh, I see. True. Yeah, but he hid it from his friends, didn't you? You didn't tell your friends you were doing stand-up.
I think my friends are as supportive as Jack's. He's got quite a performing background. You went to school with like, Emily Watson, didn't you, and Robert Pattinson? I went to school with a guy that... I went to school with a guy that got expelled for bringing a nail bomb into homemaking.
Oh, my God.
I refused to tell them anything about doing stand-up. It was like having an affair.
Yeah.
I felt like a cheating husband. Like, every weekend, when the gigs started piling up, I would have to tell my mates I was going to, like, family do's, I think. They thought I had an uncle that turned 40, got engaged, married, died in the same week.
But where'd the shame come from, though, Kevin? Why are you ashamed?
I think I was just terrified of my mates showing up, and I was shite. I thought I'd get up to a stage of mediocrity, and then they'd come along and I'd be quite good.
But, Jack, you've had a taste of showbiz already, haven't you?
What's this?
Well, before all the stand-up, you're a bit of a Shirley Temple-type character, weren't you?
Yeah. I did some little things when I was...
Yeah, we've got a clip of young Jack in one of his earliest roles.
Is this when I had... Yeah.
You've just been kidnapped. Keep up. This is what happens.
Where's the boy?
He's here. Come and see for yourself.
Guy! Stay.
You wouldn't want me to hurt your daddy, would you?
No offence, but you didn't have much range.
I wasn't a child actor. My mum was like an actress, and she was playing my mum in that. So they said, you know, why don't we just use your son? And I really didn't want to do it, but I had Michael Kitchen from Foyle's War with a little sword behind me, so I just did what I was told.
Now, you both lived at home until recently, and is that true? You're moving out, aren't you?
Pretty soon.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I moved out. I was on the tour, so I kind of counted that as moving out, even though I still ended the tour back to Mum and Dad's house. I just try to sound cool on stage. I'm actually technically still... My letters get sent to my Mum and Dad's house, so that still means...
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, where does your bank send your statements to? Is it your mum's address? My dad, yeah, you're still living at home then, aren't you?
So it's pretty sad.
But you're only moving 10 minutes away from your mum and dad.
15.
15. All right.
Kevin's quite slow.
Drags his feet.
Yeah. Once I get on the sushi diet, it'll be
Are you still turning up at your mum and dad's over big bag of dirty washing and a...
No, I actually tried to iron the suit for the first time. I never knew that was a fashion faux pas. Apparently that's frowned upon. You don't iron suits. So I just thought, I'm coming on Alan Carr's show, so I tried to iron it there, and I just heard like kind of...
You can actually see the ingrained bit of the bottom. You get it dry clean. You know about that, Jack, don't you? Dry clean stuff. You don't iron it, don't you?
Yeah, I can't really wear suits because I've got this hairstyle, so if I wear a suit, I just look like a footballer in court.
I go for the more kind of snooker referee. Like. Just like some white gloves on stage.
Kevin's gone and got a place of his own. Why haven't you moved out?
Because my mother's very protective, and I'm trying. It's quite hard. I know I should. Because I was living at home and I got into a relationship, and then when I was living at home, that's quite fraught because Mum's like, she tries these little things that I think all mothers do them. She tried to do this thing where she desexualised my bedroom so I couldn't bring my girlfriend back. And she thinks I didn't notice. It was so obvious. Like, over the course of a couple of weeks, like, children's toys would suddenly appear on the floor, family photographs, and then all these cushions as well that have little things embroidered on them to kill, like, sex, you know, like Home Sweet Home, Mummy Knows Best, Daddy's Under the Bed. I was like, I don't need that. She ironed and folded up my Thomas the Tank Engine pyjamas and put them at the foot of my bed.
No.
I was like, I haven't worn them since winter. I don't...
Now, the papers are saying that you're having a bit of, with Kelly Brook. Is this true?
Well, I met her last year.
Yeah?
At the awards ceremony.
Oh, someone's going red! Someone's going red! Look, what happened this night? Look, tell us what happened.
I was quite nervous about meet because I knew I was going to sit next to her, so I was like, don't make a dick out of yourself, because, you know, it's Kelly Brook, just don't be stupid. I sat next to her, and she introduced herself. She's like, hi, I'm Kelly Brook. And I went, I've got a poster of you on my bedroom.
No. Now, you were also in the papers last year for being a bit of a naughty boy, weren't you? Talking about you taking coke. But when I looked at you, you're on the side of the street. I was expecting some fake shake to be there, but you just did it in front of everyone. I was like, oh, it'll be a secret... Someone rang up and, oh, it'll be a secret camera that would have got him in a hotel room, innit? You're like
just got pissed.
Patio chair, hi!
It was on my BlackBerry as well. I had it on my BlackBerry, which is, it was just the most stupid thing I've ever done. But doing it on the BlackBerry as well. Like my friend
coke off a BlackBerry. It is the most American psycho thing that's ever happened.
My friend called me up when it happened, and he was like, Jack, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this. And I was like, yeah, I know, I'm such an idiot. I'm so stupid. I don't know why I did it. He was like, yeah, I can't believe you don't have an iPhone yet. I was like, that's not the point.
25 grand I got for phoning News of the World.
Hey, Kevin, is there any skeletons in your cupboard that you're hiding?
I was in Amsterdam doing a show over there, and just nothing at all rock and roll happened. I had a gig at one end of the red light district, and the hotel was at the other end, so I had to walk through the red light district on the way home. And I was walking along, and there was a nightclub with neon signs that said, like, live sex show, girl on girl show, fetish show, and one of them said comedy show, so I was quite lonely on tour, and I thought, it might be a comedian on, I'll go and watch the Dutch guy. So I said to the bouncer, the comedy show? He goes, yes, the comedy show is the girls with the ping pong balls. And I said, oh, it's not a comedian. And he goes, comedian? All these naked girls, you want to watch a fucking clown? And everyone in the queue laughed, and I walked away humiliated and put on the theme tune of The Littlest Hobo on my iPod.
We've got a brand new series of stand-up for the week that's coming out.
Yeah, more sushi.
In March, isn't it? Yeah. And good luck, both of you, at the Comedy Awards. You've been nominated, haven't you?
Yeah, hopefully I won't do anything stupid there.
No, don't, no. Blackberry away, thank you.
I've got an iPhone now.
Well, no, just don't do it, Jack. Just don't do it.
It's a bigger surface. We cut that because my mum
we'll cut that out.
My mum loves you, Alan. She absolutely loves... My mum loves you and loves Kevin. She gave me Kevin's DVD for Christmas, which I thought was a little unnecessary.
It's done really well, though, wasn't it?
DVD done well. We did do a signing in Glasgow, and two guys came to the very front of the queue, and they both had Paris Saint-Germain tracksuits on, our French football team. So I don't know what the connection was. Obviously, the tracksuits were stolen as well. And they asked me to sign the DVD, and I went to sign it, and somebody grabbed it off the guy, saying the label, the bar tag was still on it. You need to go and buy the DVD first. I said to the guys, come back to the front of the queue once you've paid for them, and the guys never showed up again. Well, rather than just steal the DVD, get the guy to sign it first. So it's a confident classic criminal that we get in Scotland.
That is cheeky. Anyway, good luck. Stand Up for the Week's back in March.
March the 11th, I think it is.
Yeah. Kevin and Jack, everyone. That was good, thank you. Welcome back. Adele will be performing shortly. First, though, he's a broadcasting legend and one of my all-time favourite Chatty Men. It's the one, the only, Jonathan Ross!
This is so much nicer than it used to be here. You've spent some money, haven't you?
Well, you know.
I like that. Rug thing.
Yes.
Very attractive.
Good, isn't it? Do you want a drink, love?
I would love a drink. I bet you've got horrible drinks, haven't you?
No, Jägermeister, Pink Lady, I got Schlur.
I tell you what you should try. Have you ever tried... I've never tried. Have you ever tried a dirty pint?
No,
does anyone know what a dirty pint is?
Pint?
Yeah, the young people do. My daughter at university, she's 90, she's at university, they play this card game where you have cards and whoever gets a certain card, you have to do certain things, like you have to do a pose or you have to touch the floor. And there's another one, you throw it in, that's the bomb, they touch the floor. If you touch the floor last, you have to take a sip of the drink. And then during the course of the evening, they all put a bit of all the different drinks in one pint glass. And the loser has to drink it.
Oh, no.
There's one bloke there, obviously an alcoholic, went, yeah!
He went, yeah, a bit too quick, yeah.
We should make a dirty pint, make a dirty pint.
Make a
and then
dirty
we'll
pint.
enjoy watching you drink it.
Yeah, I'm not having you having a bit of dirty pint at all.
At the end, we'll ask the audience to decide who has to drink the dirty pint.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you fancy, then?
We've got to put everything. What do you mean, what do you fancy? Don't be... Look, we get a good-sized glass.
Good-sized glass, yeah.
Right. Two of those, one for that drunk in the audience. And then... Lamborghini.
The drink of choice.
I tell you what, they give you a bottle of this to slug before you go on loose women. Then that's that done. OK, Oh, wicked!
Oh, wicked. Do you want some... What about peach snaps? That's quite nice.
Put some peach snaps in. Top up with a bit of wicked. Charlotte Church is sitting home saying, why aren't I there tonight, boy?
Mad Dog 2020.
I've never even heard of that.
Oh, yes, here we go.
OK.
Now, seriously, I can't down it or I will be hammered.
You liar. I've heard you...
I slur when I'm bloody sober.
I've heard... OK, I don't want to see you down it. I want to see you swallow it all in one.
I'm just tempted. Let me have a little sip just to see what it's like. I'm not downing it. Do you know what? That ain't that bad.
Oh, you know what? It's surprisingly Moorish.
Yeah! And it's fruity.
Got a lovely bouquet.
you know what? It's just sitting there. It's not even going down. Because last time you were in the studio, you tried to pull my trousers down, remember? So that's why I don't want you having any of this. Can you imagine what ends up?
You wish.
Oh. In your dreams.
You wish.
You've always fancied me. You've always fancied me.
I do fancy you because you look like Ollie from On the Buses. I can't help it. I can't help it. She was the passion of my youth. You sit there with your moobs sticking out like that.
Oh, do you know what? You'll be bloody wearing that if you don't shut up.
I will get you in bed tonight. This is a weird start to the evening.
No.
We're drinking everything we can get hands on. We're trying to have sex with each other. You do fancy me a bit, though, don't you?
Yeah, and that, you know, that...
Yeah.
That dilf, like a dilf.
What?
And I'll take me nibbles with me.
You know what? The problem with that is I don't want to have a row with my wife. I get up and storm off. I've got nowhere to go to. I drive around the block and come back in. So, well, let's talk about it some more, then.
You're hosting the Comedy Awards on Saturday.
Yes, I am.
They're on Channel 4.
They're on Channel 4 for the first time. You'd have thought it'd been the kind of show that was always on Channel 4,
Yeah,
but it was
yeah.
ITV for, like, I think, what, 21 years? And
Yeah.
I've done 20... Oh, no, I did 19 of them or 20 of them. The first show I didn't do, believe it or not, was Michael Parkinson. And there was one year when I was busy and they had Angus Deaton in. I was resting. So, I've done something, but it's weird doing it on Channel 4 for the stuff. Exciting as well. I mean, I think it'll be more exciting because we're doing it live again.
Oh, right.
Which we used to do it live in the early days. And, of course, when it's live, there's more chance of it being unpredictable and a little bit crazy and not too much, we hope, but I think it'll be fun and exciting. You're coming, aren't you?
Well, I don't think I got nominated for anything.
Oh, well, of course you didn't get nominated, but you're coming as a guest, aren't you? No, but you should come. It'd be a fun night.
Well, oh, I know what you're doing.
What? I'm not going to have a dirty pint waiting for you.
No. A by one lifetime achievement you're trying to get me. I'll do it! What people don't realise is, when I've been there before, love, there's no,
You will.
There's no...
You will be mine.
You know what's the worst? The thought of that...
I don't want to know what's the worst.
Oh, the thought of that musketeer moustache rubbing against me fat... Oh, no!
You like it. You like a tickle.
Now, you're going to get some stick about that facial hair, though.
I already do. It's a kind of a chin minge, a chinge, if you will. It's a chinge. What's wrong with that? It's a chinge. There's nothing wrong with a man having a chinge. One day, when you're capable, after you've gone through puberty, you'll have one. Can you grow a beard?
Only round here, so it's like I'm wearing a hairy neck brace. So it's fair to say, a man who can make that kind of facial hair has a bit too much time on his hands.
What do
Am
you
I
think?
right?
No, I know what you think. You're jealous because I look like Johnny Depp. No, you know what? I have got more time, but I'm oddly busy because I've been doing loads of stuff. It's funny. When I left the BBC, I thought, I was a bit worried about it. I'll be honest with you. Maybe I shouldn't say this. Best thing that ever happened to me. Well, no, because
You're going to get yourself into trouble.
Ah, fuck them. No, really. I like them. But listen, Alan, you know what it was like. Yeah. We were there, we were doing a show, and I love them. I love being there. I love being part of it. It was a great part of my life, and I'm happy to work with them now and again in the future. You know, there's no hard feelings. But it got so nervy, they were so panicky. Every time someone made a joke, there was this tiniest chance it might upset 10 people. And a lot of the kind of humour that we do, which is, you know, it's not designed to upset people, but it's meant to be a little provocative, a little bit shocking, a bit fun in that way. Every time we do something, oh, my God, you've got to cut that, you've got to cut that out, you know. And so it's actually really nice to feel free of that. And I felt responsible. I didn't want to bring any more trouble to their door, because I did bring trouble to their door, not on purpose. So I didn't want to... So then I was watching it, and I found myself watching what I was saying, watching what I was doing, and beginning not to enjoy doing it. Yeah. You know, I loved doing my radio show for years. I was so proud of it. And towards the end, it was like a chore because I was nervous. And the talk show as well, it was a bit of a chore. Now I'm out of it and I'm doing, you know, I'm doing shows like this, which I love doing. I love coming on your show. I love doing other shows. It's fun again. You know, that's a really lovely feeling. So that's all I mean by that. I don't mean to be mean about them. But I have got some time, you're right.
No. How do you feel when you're sitting there and you switch the telly on Friday night and Graham Norton's on, do you?
Well, I'm very happy Graham's got my old slot. because he does a good show.
Yeah.
I think you do a better show. I'll be honest with you. No, I'm not just saying that. I've always liked him.
Yeah.
He does a great show. He's a funny guy. He's got the radio slot as well. He comes around Thursday. He's got the wife for an hour then. He's taken over a lot of things. It's OK, they just chat. I don't mind at all. You know, it's like, I'm not proprietorial about those kind of things. Why would I be? It'd be silly. You know, if you leave a slot or you're not on a channel anymore, of course they're going to put something else in its place and they're going to put something similar. So, I'll be honest with you, I don't watch his show much because it's a bit of a busman's holiday for me. I phoned him when it was announced he was doing the radio show, taking over the radio show, because I'd read in the paper, someone said, oh, what about when you bump into Jonathan? It's going to be awkward. And he said, well, it might be. So I phoned him straight away and said, Graham, really, it's not going to be awkward. You know that. I hope you know that. I wish you only the best and I'm pleased for you, you know. But it's not like he's taken advantage of me not being there, because he was doing great anyway. You know, and he would always do great because he's a talented guy. So, you know.
Now, the next big thing for you is this ITV show. Now, listen, I don't know anything about it. It's all hush-hush.
It's not hush-hush. It's not till October. So we're talking about it now. It's going to be a talk show. It's going to be big and fun. It's probably going to be glossier and maybe a bigger kind of showbizier show than the one I did at the BBC, I think.
What's it like when you start at ITV? Do you have, like, a starter pack? Do you go there? Do Ant and Dec show you round? Tell me, I want to know. What's it like? I mean, do you go there?
I wouldn't worry. Channel 4's as far as you're going to go, Alan. I wouldn't. No, you know, Dec sent me a lovely text saying welcome. So did Harry Hill.
Yeah, oh, that's nice.
Heard nothing from Ant. But, you know, everyone's been very welcoming. But, you know, because here's the thing. I've worked for most of the big companies in the past anyway. You know, I had shows here at ITV. I've done shows. I started on Channel 4. I did one or two things on Sky years ago. You know, I'm involved in a French channel, which is a satellite channel now, just because I love French movies. Not that sort, you know, the regular sort. And so being back on ITV is... But what I like about being here is a lot of the people who are here now, the people who I worked with at BBC and got on very well with, and they've come over. So I feel very welcome now, and I feel very happy and comfortable with them, because they know me, they trust me, and vice versa, you know.
We've got to take a break there, Jonathan. You enjoy one of me peanuts. Welcome back to part 4. Adele will be singing in a couple of minutes, but look who's still here. It's only Jonathan Ross.
You can't get rid of me. You can't get rid of me.
Now, before the break, we were talking about your new chat show on ITV. Now, the papers had pictures of you, Simon Cowell, coming out of George Michael's house. I looked at it. Look, let's have a look at it. Look at... Come on, what's going on?
Well, what do you think's going on, Alan? Well, just because you weren't invited doesn't mean we can't have a bit of fun together.
Yeah. It's just the way Simon's wrist there. It's like he's going, do you think he's gay? About, like, George.
I think we...
Is that George's Alan coming out of the bush?
Alan.
I left me car keys here.
George had his hand behind me, that's why I'm smiling. Why didn't he just get a driver? Why didn't he just call a minicab? Well, I was leaving one night, it's about midnight. He said, where are you going? I said, I'm just going home. And he went, do you go past Hampstead Heath? I said, there's no way I'm dropping you off. Can you imagine that photograph? Some pap actually get George outside Hampstead Heath, me waiting like his driver. While he's bending over a tree or something. Or whatever people do out there. Meters running, George. No, we went round to talk to George about... I was maybe, and I might still be, I don't know, I might do a big interview with George, and Simon came round as well, because we were talking about maybe doing it after the X Factor, but then we decided the kind of subject matter that was going to be covered in George's interview, because obviously it's a big, important interview for him, it's the first thing he's done, wouldn't really feel right after the X Factor, necessarily, because it's going to cover a lot of very serious, quite emotional issues. I mean, I've always liked George. I've known George for something like 21 years. Weirdly, my dad and his dad, when we were little boys, used to work in a restaurant together. So we might have met when we were little. We don't remember it. Well, he might remember me because I'm more impressive, but we... And so he phoned me from jail, bizarrely, and it's very weird. You get a phone call saying it's George, and I thought, you're inside. Why are you wasting one of your phone calls on me? You know? But we were having a chat about it. And so I went in the house and Simon came in as well. And Simon is... I saw when you had Michael McIntyre on the show. It's funny talking about him taking over from Piers on Britain's Got Talent. And that's what Simon Cowell in real life is the same as he is on the show.
Was he rolling his eyes and like...
At one stage he did.
George, I like you.
You know what? You're not far wrong. Because there's one stage when he asked... Because George is lovely, but George is used to people listening to him talking. So if he wants to butt in, if you ask him a question, he'll talk. If someone asks you a question, you're talking, he'll just talk over you. Yeah, so Simon asked me a question, so I'm answering, George went, anyway, started talking over me, and Simon went... But he was more puffed up, you know,
yeah.
like a pigeon.
We talked earlier about you being friends with Russell Brand.
Yes.
Isn't that lovely, him marrying Katy Perry?
Oh, it's lovely.
Isn't it nice?
Isn't that lovely?
Who'd have thought he'd find a nice girl and settle down?
I would. He couldn't keep fucking forever, could he?
No.
He had to calm down a bit.
Yeah.
You had to slow down. But you know what? The interesting thing about Russell is, and you know this, I think, I don't know how well you know him, but he was always looking for someone. I mean, part of what he was doing was kind of looking for something to...
Oh, so that was research. A lot of research.
No, he did... I think he was, you know.
Yeah,
he was one of those personalities. He was looking, he was trying to find something in his life, and he found something. And, you know, they're lovely together.
Yeah.
You know, they're a really sweet couple. She's a really sweet young woman, and he's a great guy, you know. And he's also a very, very talented, very bright, very clever, very sensitive man.
Oh, I know we've had him on it. Do you know what? I mean, it was just brilliant.
And he's brilliantly funny. He's a brilliant comedian.
Yeah. You didn't go to his wedding, but you did go to his stag do.
No, I didn't go. I wish I'd gone now, but I'll be out there next year for the divorce. So, you know, I'll make it up. It's not going to happen. That's the joke. That's the joke.
Good luck at the Comedy Awards.
God bless you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll see you there. You're coming.
Yes, I'm coming. Lifetime achievement.
No.
Rock, everyone.
Thank you very much. How lovely. Thank you. Alan, down in one. Down in one. Down in one. Down in one.
I can't. I fucking can't.
Alan, I finished mine. You finished yours.
Where have you put that?
I finished it.
You lie down there.
Damn. All right, you
That's
busted
it
me.
for tonight's show. That's it for tonight's show. A massive thank you to Adele, Kevin Bridges, Jack Whitehall, and of course, Jonathan Ross. On next week's show, we're joined by Jamiroquai, Sherlock Holmes star Benedict Cumberbatch and Kerry Katona. But now we're rolling in the deep. It's Adele.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me at the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out and I'll lay your ship bare. See how I'll leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch and it's bringing me at the dark. The scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me
What a week it's been. Shadow Chancellor Alan Johnson resigned and Ed Balls took his place. Alan Johnson's wife has allegedly been sleeping with her bodyguard. It's like that Whitney Houston film, isn't it? Well, except Alan Johnson's wife isn't on crack. But, no. But honestly, I know he's supposed to be a close protection police officer, but I think 6 inches inside is a little too close. It is, isn't it? The Katie and Alex divorce show rolls on. Whose side are you on? Anyone on Katie's? Katie has accused Alex of being obsessed by life in the public eye. I thought I heard the sound of a pot having the shit kicked out of it by a kettle. She reckons Alex had got distracted by the bright lights of showbiz and all she'd ever wanted was a simple marriage. Trust me, I've interviewed them. That was a simple marriage. Did you see the pictures of Elton John's baby and OK? Oh. When I first heard he'd had a baby, I thought, so that explains the weight gain, the mood swings, the big swollen breasts. Oh, that cute cover shot. Do you see it in those little denim dungarees? I was like, oh, they've had a lesbian. I'm joking. He's a little boy called Zachary. Elton wanted to give him a more rock and roll name to reflect his own fiery personality, but unfortunately, Tiny Temper was already taken. And finally, we've got the National Television TV Awards to look forward to on Wednesday. Dermot O'Leary's presenting. We like Dermot, don't we? Yeah. Oh, he has got plans for a spectacular opening to the show. Oh, he's going to emerge from Gillian McKeith's knickers. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the National Television Awards. And it could be a good night for Simon Cowell. Both Britain's Got Talent and The X Factor up for Best Talent Show. Yeah. It's Sunita I feel sorry for. Chained to that desk, pressing speed dial. Dancing on ice. Don't hit me, master! What a lineup we have for you tonight. His first baby was hit sitcom Gavin and Stacey. His second baby's due very soon. James Corden will be here. She's gone from skating on thin ice to dancing on it. I'll be chatting to Kerry Katona later. And if that wasn't enough for you, there'll be music from Jamiroquai. But first, he's being called the greatest TV detective of all time. Yeah? No shit, Sherlock. It's the brilliant Benedict Cumberbatch!
Very nice.
Would you like a drink, Benedict?
Oh, hell yeah.
You like vodka and tonic,
I
don't
love
you?
vodka and tonic.
Is that all right? Do you want a voddy?
I'd love a voddy.
Do you want a double or a short?
That's lovely. Or whatever that is looks very good. If I slur my words by the end of the interview, you'll know why.
No, I can't drink too much because I'm driving. Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers, love. Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Now, I've got to talk about your name.
Yes.
Benedict Cumberbatch. It's the kind of thing the police ask you to say when they think you're drunk.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch, Benedict Cumberbatch, Benedict Cumberbatch.
It sounds a bit like a fart in the bath. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one to say first thing on a Monday morning.
Yeah.
It really is.
It must have been a bully's dream at school. I bet.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, it was Bender, cum face, but...
Shall I get to the best one? Shall I tell you the best one?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, it's got to be Bender in it, isn't it?
Benedict come on my baps.
Oh, no.
Oh, Mum, if you're watching, I'm very sorry.
Teachers can be so
Nick
cruel.
Luck. You know Nick Luck? Do you know who it was, though? Actually, it was Nick Luck, the racing presenter on Channel 4. So there you go, Nick. That's my revenge.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very inventive, very inventive. So
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best. I mean, you get Cucumber Patch when you're about 4.
Yeah,
And then it graduates from there, you know.
Yeah. And you went to school, did you go Eton?
No, the other place.
Harrow.
Hogwarts, that's right, yes.
Oh, what was that like? Because you hear like...
It was like
it's all-
Hogwarts. There were floating candles and wizards. No,
Oh,
no,
my God.
it's very weird. It is a weird school. It was a very privileged, very amazing place to go, but not quite Tom Brown school days, not loads of whipping and all that sort of nonsense.
And you have to wear the boater hat and everything.
Yeah, the Harrow hat, very odd thing, and get muck thrown at you by people who are coming past in cars. Really? Yeah, well, you know, because you just look like a walking knob. I mean, you know, you're kind of an easy target, aren't you? You kind of stick out like a sore thumb. We used to beg to be allowed to put on something like this, something jeans and jackets, something that didn't. Basically, we would go down. In my day, it's probably all changed now. We go down. We call downtown, which again that incites some snobbery, I can tell you. But it is up on a hill, so you go down into town. Anyway, in town, you'd be at the cash machine, getting your thing out, getting your money out. And literally, people would just chalk your blazer so that they'd know that you were somebody who was carrying cash. And you're a little schoolboy with your uniform on. It was ridiculous. And a friend of mine did it, and he got mugged, and he went, "Oh, I'll see what I've got." He said, "Give me £20, £20. I want £20." He went, "I'm sorry, I've only got 50. Is that all right?" Typical Harrovian having £50 in his pocket. But, yeah.
Have you heard that these fans are obsessed with you? Have you heard what they're called?
The Cumber Bitches.
The Cumber Bitches?
Yeah, which is worrying on a number of levels. I think it's set feminism back quite a few years, let alone... No, they're very loyal, very, unlike the name, sort of unspooky bunch of very nice girls who have written to me and said, "Look, we don't mean to scare you, we just like your work."
But have you seen the stuff that these Cumber Bitches have put on Twitter? Throw your boobs in the air if you want some Cumber loving.
The nation has been told.
Yeah. I mean, and there's other things as well. It is bamboozling. Consider cumbering my batch. That's actually like a post you get on the tube and in bus stops, isn't it? You know, wonder if anyone's like, yes, I want my batch cumbering.
Well, there you go, yeah, exactly. That's an adverb.
Do you enjoy getting this kind of attention, or is it a little bit weird?
It's very weird, but it's very flattering, and it's come about because of a good reason. You know, I really enjoyed playing Sherlock Holmes, and I can't wait to do it again. I will be shortly. So it was just, you know, it was a sort of... It was part and parcel. If you play an icon like that, you're going to come under the spotlight. But, yeah, you do get some weird things. I had a riding crop sent to me in the post, an Ann Summers riding crop. I mean, that appears... Well, yeah, but it appears in the beginning of the first episode. He's whipping a dead body to see what bruises form. And so that was a sort of witty way of doing it. But, you do get some people... Somebody came up to me and said, I want to thank you on the behalf of asexuals for what you're doing for us. Thank you. Well, you mean me as Sherlock? Yeah. She went, yes. I went, oh, all right, fine. But again, and, you know, he works a lot, so he doesn't get out much.
How did these, you know, the Sherlock Holmes purists feel about you? You know, because you use GPS, you texted and everything. Did they get angry?
Well, no. I mean, I think all of the reactions have been, well, even though I wanted to hate it, I liked it because you were very loyal to the original books. There's loads to enjoy for fans of the books. Yeah. And at the same time, it makes utter sense to update him. He was always a modern man. He was always into the cutting edge of forensic science and inventions and figuring out gunpowder and footprints and fingerprints and cigarette ash. And so I think to bring him bang up to date made sense. He was a modern man in the book, so why not bringing him into our modern era?
Yeah, because when you first start watching, it's a bit weird to see this iconic detective, you know, doing these modern things. It's a bit like watching, like, Miss Marple in an internet cafe. Do you know what I mean? You know, it throws you.
I'd pay to see that, though, wouldn't you?
Oh, I will, yeah. I've noticed in the Sherlock Holmes that you film in Soho.
Yeah.
Trafalgar Square. I mean, that must be murder. You must get people coming up to you.
Actually, you get everybody just going, what the hell is this? What's going on? And you turn up, you do your scene, you do a rehearsal, and then you sort of look up and there are as many people as in this audience, practically, looking at you with their phones going... very weird. And sometimes you just have to let it go, because it might be the best take, it might be the best camera movement, or whatever else has been considered. And if there's one guy in the background going, you know, you just have to let it go.
Really?
Yeah, you do. But there were about 3 or 4 girls who then decided to be part of it. So every time the camera was on a very long track, and they could see us coming, they were nudging each other, and then they'd literally kind of get up and go follow me, like this.
Oh, no.
Around the fountain. And it was like, oh, no, that's not going to work. That's not going to be cut together. Cut.
Let's take a look at you in action as Sherlock Holmes.
Professional person going by her clothes and guessing something in the media, going by the frankly alarming shade of pink. Travelled from Cardiff today, intending to stay in London for one night. It's obvious from the size of her suitcase.
Suitcase?
Suitcase, yes. She's been married for at least 10 years, but not happily. She's had a string of lovers, but none of them knew she was married.
Oh, for God's sake, if you're just making this up...
Her wedding ring, 10 years old at least. The rest of her jewellery has been regularly cleaned, but not her wedding ring. State of her marriage, right there. The inside of the ring is shinier than the outside. That means it's regularly removed. The only polishing it gets is when she works it off her finger. It's not for work. Look at her nails. She doesn't work with her hands. So what, or rather, who does she remove her rings for? Clearly not one lover. She'd never sustained the fiction of being single over that amount of time, so more likely a string of them. Simple.
It's brilliant.
The one thing I noticed about your Sherlock, he's very catty, isn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't suffer fools gladly. He's very sharp, really sharp.
No, but he's a bit bitchy. I mean, he slagged off that corpse's nail varnish. I mean, leave her alone. She's dead, the poor cow. Because I was always thinking, like, Sherlock would be a really crap friend to have, wouldn't he? Because he could just expose
Destroy
you,
your self-confidence. You'd feel pretty sharp. Well, I think, you know, John Watson, that's one of the reasons he's such a hero, is he stays steadfast to him despite this very sort of sociopathic behaviour, you know. No, he's not an easy guy. I don't think you'd want to live with him. I think it would be pretty tricky to share a flat with him or have any kind of friendship with him.
Yeah, I was just thinking you'd probably say, oh, I can see by the slight incline in your left finger that you've been downloading porn. So when are we going to see Holmes on our screen again?
This autumn. This autumn.
Oh, right. Have you filmed them all yet?
No, God, no. I'm at the National Theatre at the moment doing Frankenstein with Danny Boyle. And then I start filming when that finishes in May.
Well, you're playing it with Johnny Lee Miller.
Yeah, we're playing both roles. We're both playing Dr. Victor Frankenstein and the creature, his creation. So we're alternating either day. One of us is playing the other part. So it's Danny Boyle as well, so it'll be a visual and oral feast. Underworld are doing the music, which is really exciting, the soundscaping of it.
How are you going to play Frankenstein? Are you going to have, like, the bolt in the neck and be painted green?
The creature. I'm going to play Frankenstein much as I look at the moment. You mean the creature?
Yes, because it's called the creature. Frankenstein's
This is
not
a
called
modern...
Frankenstein.
Yeah, but I keep doing it as well. Everyone makes that mistake.
Yeah.
But to answer you, no, none of that.
Well,
I love you.
That'd be great to do it like that.
Yeah.
Danny Boyle will be, like, rubbing his hands if you come on like that. Then pick up a kitten and go... They do that, don't they?
Danny, if you're watching, we're going to have to cut that bit now. He's giving it away. He's giving it away.
Danny Boyle's great and everything.
He's fantastic. He's such a... he's a life force, Danny. He's just like a... That was my little impression of him. Sorry, that was really bad. But he's like, oh, come on, oh! He's just a very... Is that funny? He's trying being aroused. Oh,
he does a good creature. Is that the creature? No, it's Danny Boyle. Hello.
He's one of the most articulate men you could meet. And I'm going, oh, there's no pressure. I've got to work on that one, I think.
Frankenstein sounds amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I look forward to Sherlock coming back in the autumn.
In the autumn.
Benedict Cumberbatch, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome back. Kerry Katona and Jamiroquai will be here soon. First, though, he's the host of this year's Brit Awards, so put your hands together for my best British male. It's James Corden. Let's have a drink, James.
Sure. Well, I'm not drinking at the moment, so. No, I'm.
Bore off.
I know it's killing me, but I'm trying to lose like a bit of weight before the Brits, which I know I'm leaving it late.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like,
hold your finger out.
how much you really intend to. But I'm on this thing and I've been going to the gym. I can barely walk. It's agony. So I'm really just off the booze. I'm sorry. You know that I would happily drink it all. I would drink it all gladly, but it's a killer.
I'd just give you a straw and poke it out of there.
Exactly. Normally, that whole 2020, everything gone.
Yeah. So what's it like? No alcohol.
No alcohol. No bread. Bread. I love bread so much. Oh. Like I look at bread. I look at people eating a sandwich. Just go. But the worst is the gym. Like going to the gym. Do you go? Do you go to the gym?
I go.
It's just a joke, isn't it? It's just absolute. Like where I grew up, like you don't run unless you're being chased. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
or there's an ice cream van.
Yeah, exactly. That was amazing. When the ice cream man came around, suddenly everyone was like Usain Bolt. Like, especially me, the chubby kid. The bully would be like, woof, what the hell? Yeah.
And then you couldn't find your shoes. And I'm
just running your socks.
Oh, I found my mum's leather boots. Zipped them up like that. Ice cream ran out after. And then the ice cream man running off. Me and my mum's high-heeled boots. Stop, I want a 99! And of course, everyone in the street going, there's Graham's son.
No. I told you. I told you. Yeah. And you get to the window and you go... 2 feet, 99, and the guy is so used to hearing kids out of breath like that. He goes, yeah, what's that? 299. Yeah. Our ice cream man used to sell cigarettes. Did you like for kids? You could buy one B&H and a redhead match for £1.
That's right.
For £1. So you get a cigarette and you had to strike the match on a wall.
That is... Where did you live? That's rough. Can you imagine kids like having a rocket and then...
Yeah. It's awful.
Hey, congratulations. You've got engaged.
Yeah. Thanks very much. Yeah.
To your girlfriend Julia on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Did it? Yeah. It was. Yeah. Oh, there. Yeah. Look. There. I know. I'm doing so well. I know. I really. That is the power of television. No. It's great. It's lovely. Yeah. I mean. It was oddly, because it was always my intention. I've thought about it for a long time, proposed on Christmas Day, and I'd worked it out, and I'd designed this ring and things, and then we found out we were having a baby. So
I know, double congratulations. How did you propose? Where'd you put the rings? Out the turkey or something?
Yeah, it was wrapped in bacon.
Rings on blankets. Oh, I love
it. No, we went for a walk on Christmas morning to this place where we often sort of go for a walk, and it's lovely, and there's like a view of London and stuff. And we just went up there, and it was about 7:30 in the morning, and Jules was looking one way and looking at the view, and then she turned around, and I was just on one knee with the thing.
Was there tears?
Yeah, no, it was odd, yeah, there was tears. I was like, it was nice. It was really nice. It's weird, because, it was all right, because people kept going, were you really nervous? And I thought, well, no, because she's pregnant. It would be really weird if she said no.
Yeah.
It would be really weird.
Where do you want this to go, woman?
Yeah. If she said no, it would have been odd. But no, so, the weirdest thing was that whole morning, us getting up and stuff, all I could think was, I know what's about to happen, and you just think this is a regular Christmas Day. Like, I know something so huge that you don't. Do you know what I mean? And that was the strangest thing. But it was lovely. It was so nice. Then we went to our families. It was great. It was really, really nice.
Oh, that's good. Do you know if the baby's going to be a boy or a girl yet?
We don't know. We don't know. We're not finding out ourselves. We don't know.
That's nice. It comes out as a surprise.
Yeah, we went for the scan thing the other day, like the most recent scan, and apparently, the doctor, apparently the baby's already got a really big head and a big waist, right? And as he said this, he looked straight at me. Like, he went, wow, it's got quite a big head and a big waist.
And he's eating an ice cream.
was wearing a tracksuit. So, no, that's It's not. I mean, it's a scary time. I feel quite apprehensive about it.
Amazing time as well.
Oh, it's great. It's really great. Yeah.
Are you told me of any names yet or anything? Because there's.
Well, I had a name which I can tell about because it's been vetoed. It got completely vetoed, but I quite liked it. And you'll understand immediately why it got vetoed. I'll tell you now. I wanted to call, if it was a boy, Mister. I'm not joking. M-I-S-T-E-R.
Mister.
Mr. Corden. So then when he's older, he'd be called Mr. Corden. So good they named him twice. And literally, Jules just looked at me and just went...
Oh.
And immediately, you could see in her eyes regret at the choices she'd made in choosing me.
That's up there with, like, Gordon Corden, isn't it? Or, like, Police Corden.
Police Corden.
Now, I did my maths, The baby's due at the start of April.
Yes.
Now, I worked back 9 months, and to the day, it was when you were last here on Chatty Man.
Well...
That is true.
No, well, it's...
Did I do something? Did I make you horny?
You know what you did. OK? Whenever I see you, it's electric. Jules is fine with it. She said... I said, I'm going on Chatty Man. She went, you know what'll happen? I said, yeah. And I want it to. She said, even if you're not drinking. I said, it'd be nice to feel it sober. The baby was actually conceived in Los Angeles. We were staying in, Peter Jones from the Dragon's Den?
Yeah.
We were staying in his house in Los Angeles, right? Wow. So our child was conceived in Peter Jones's bed.
That's amazing!
It's true.
Oh.
It's true.
Pete, you've got to call him Peter now, Peter Jones Corden.
Well, he already calls it How's Baby Peter.
Yeah.
No, How's Little Peter? And someone overheard him saying it to me the other day. We went to a football match and he went, How's Little Peter? And I went, oh, it's all right. And then here's Little Peter. Open the gate. That's absolutely true,
And you've got such a busy year, you're hosting the Brits.
Yeah.
Now, I read in the paper it's having a revamp. What's going on?
It's a new venue, which I think will really help the sound. I think the sound's always sort of quite odd in Earls Court for some reason. And the biggest thing, the thing that really attracted me to it was that they... I think last year's show... It was a 2-hour show, and last year's show there was about 22 minutes of music on it. Already, with the lineup as it stands now, there's I think 45 minutes of music, which is great. It's like because I think the important thing is it shouldn't be about the host really. It should be about the people winning the awards and showcasing these great bands, and it's a great lineup. Take That are performing, and I think Rihanna's performing, and Mumford & Sons, and the XX, and Adele, who I saw on your show. I mean, I'm literally obsessed with her.
Now, do you know who's won it already? And how far in front do you know?
I only know of one winner at the minute, because they've changed the whole voting system as well. For the first time ever, the majority of people that are voting on the winners are the people that have won it before, people that are part of British music. So artists and things have never really voted before. So I do know one winner.
Is there any truth in that story that you're replacing Dermot on the X Factor?
No, of course not. None whatsoever. There's none at all. I couldn't even begin to... I would be the worst person to host that show. And Dermot's so good. He's so good because he makes it seamless. He makes it... And that's a tough gig. It's like 2 hours... a night, on like a weekend, on the weekend, it's crazy. So, no, I couldn't tell you where those rumours came from, and there's only one person who should do that job, and I think it's him, you know?
I mean, I haven't been asked to do it, but I'd giggle during Deadlock. I get nervous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, no!
Yeah.
Lloyd, oh! And my poker face is crap, because as soon as I open it, I'd look to the person who was getting kicked out. I couldn't do it. He keeps so calm, doesn't he? He's brilliant.
He really holds it together. I would just laugh every time you went, we're at Deadlock.
yeah.
It's gone red. Or not be able to cope if the person that you really like's got a visa. Like when Wagner stays in another week.
Yeah.
You
turn to the audience. When are you fucking stupid?
It's a joke. Yeah. So I would be awful.
Good luck at the Brits.
Thanks very much.
And I think you'll make a wonderful dad. Don't you? Yeah! James Corden, everyone! Welcome back to part 3. Jamiroquai will be performing shortly. But first, she's the queen of the jungle who fell from grace, but now she's clean, she's lean, and back on our screens. It's Kerry Katona! Amazing!
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you scrubbed up lovely.
I did, don't I?
Yeah. Would you like a drink, love?
Oh, you got any tips?
I've got it on ice. Oh, what? Lambrini cherry?
Oh, I love Lambrini.
Do you know what? I thought you might like Lambrini. Well, I'll have a bit of Lambrini with you. We do have more fun, though, don't we, with it?
Oh, we do, us girls, don't we? I've got a more manly laugh than you.
That's not hard, is it? There you go. Cheers. How have you lost all the weight?
Exercise. I went to a boot camp a year ago and I was the laziest person in the world.
Yeah.
And I'd got the bike for exercise and it made me... I exercise because it makes me think straight. You know, the bonus is you look all right at the end of it. Yeah. So just pure exercise. I've worked my arse off to get like this.
Because you got a DVD out and you carried to a real fitness, and look at the difference.
Oh, God.
I mean, listen, that pose on the left, that never looks good anyway. What was you looking for, like a pasty?
I think I might have had a wedgie. Oh, someone attractive.
I was going to do a DVD, but, you know... I've got to get fat first, you know what I mean? I've got to get the before picture. Now, listen, you once tried to lose weight. Is it liposuction or liposuction?
I ain't got a clue.
Really? I don't know how you say it. Where did they stick it? I've heard about it. Where did they put the nuts on and everything?
Well, I got offered to... It was for a TV show I was doing, and it was all for free, like, and at first I was like, no, I'm not having it done. But I thought, at the end of the day, what mother of 4 would get offered something like that, all for free? So I done it in the end. 8 hours. Don't know how much fat was in there, like, but...
Oh, my God. Did they tell you anything that came out? Was it like a bit of an Iceland platter popping out? A couple of prawn rings and a chicken tail. So, I watched you on Dancing on Ice.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You're really good.
Oh.
You're really good. I mean, I was watching it, and, and it was so graceful. Now, I'm not being funny, but you know what? We were thinking, well, or something like that, not in the audience.
I've done that a few times all over, but we had a rehearsal on the Friday with an audience, and I was shaking so much.
Yeah.
If I had a microphone near my knees, you'd have heard them knocking. Because it's so nerve-wracking, and the fact that my children was in the audience, I've embarrassed them enough, you know what I mean?
We've got a clip of you in action here. What do you make of the judges?
Well, Karen Barber, I absolutely love, because she defends us. I've really got close to Karen. I only met Jason for the first time just before the live show. I thought I'd better shake his hand, because I know he's not a big fan of mine. And I just went, have a great show, Happy New Year. They all seem really nice. I don't know them well enough.
He was a bit nasty, wasn't he? He said, we've had some very annoying people on the show, but Kerry sinks us to an all-time low. We should be aiming for Victoria Beckham, not Kerry. That's a bit mean-spirited, isn't it?
I'm used to that kind of press. You know, I don't really know him well enough to comment on him, but what a prick.
It could have been worse. It could have been Sharon Davies. He said she was a turd that wouldn't flush. With a brown outfit.
That was, you know, he's... I don't know him, but I can give the banter.
Of course you can, love. You've had a tough couple of years.
Just a couple. Yeah.
Do you feel it's time now people gave you a second chance?
You know what? It's not the fact that you should give me a second chance.
Yeah.
It's... My children are getting older now.
Yeah, you know.
And I want them to go, rather than going, Kerry Katona, that's my mum. You know, I want to go, yeah, Kerry Katona, she's my mum. Yeah, and what? What's your problem? She's my mum.
Yeah. And then you've been clean for over a year now.
Yeah.
How did you celebrate your year anniversary?
I'm going to say something really bad there. I didn't
Got
do it.
twatted.
Absolutely smashed. No, I've been so busy, I've not been able to do anything. Just, you know, I feel rewarded every time I go home and see my kids.
Yeah.
You know, I missed out so much with my children from just getting off my head, basically, and being in a really destructive marriage, and I'm just happy that I'm sorted, and, you know...
Because I watch your reality show and they make you do a wee, obviously not on camera. Because I'm fascinated by it, because you go in your toilet and you come out and they test it live on air and it's clean. But it's like, how did you feel about that?
Well, they just spring it on me, so it's like, oh... And you know what? I'm always so nervous when I do one.
Yeah.
A wee, that is.
I don't know if you watch the show, but she has to do a wee. She shouldn't do it on camera, but she goes in and comes out.
I might as well do everything else on camera.
Don't you?
Not everything.
No. No. There's not a sex tape as they're knocking about as well.
You know what? They probably won't be on long enough. With either ex. I can't sit here and go, I'm so proud that I'm clean. At the end of the day, I messed up. I'm not going to hold anyone else responsible. You know, I fucked up a few times and I'm human. And I've got no one else to blame but myself, but I'm trying to make amends. I'm trying to move on from that now. And I want people to try and let me, and, you know, I got lost.
But before you do move on, let's talk about it a little bit more. I mean, you say that it was like a 3-year binge.
4.
4?
Yeah.
Let's round it up to an even number.
Yeah, why not?
Can you remember what got you started?
It was just a thing to do. It was all I knew. And then when I met Brian, I moved to Ireland and, you know, got away from all the shit. And then when he left me, I had to move back to England. And you lie down with dogs, you're going to get fleas. So I went back to my comfort zone. And that was all I knew.
Yeah.
And, like, I was brought up with the thieves, the backstabbers, the druggies, the dealers. And then when I met my second husband, it just, whoa. And it was just like bipolar medication, cocaine. And then getting off all that, it was like coming out of a coma and going, where the hell's all my money gone?
Yeah. How much money do you reckon you spent?
Oh, I ain't got a pot pissing anymore. Unless it's for a drug test.
Was it millions?
Millions. I mean, the amount of cars that was bought. You know, I was like getting up in the morning on my bipolar medication, slurring and like, yeah, you take care of that, you handle the purse strings and then after this morning, it was like, oh my God, what the fuck's going on?
So would you say when you were on this morning, that was when you felt rock bottom? That's when you thought,
well,
God, this
no,
has got to
because even
stop.
to that point, I still didn't see it. I was like, no, I was being told, no, they've got it all wrong, you're absolutely fine. And I was believing it. I was like, they're all off their head.
Yeah, because you were getting really arsey with Philip,
weren't
you?
But it wasn't so much Philip. It was never Philip. What annoyed me was Fern said to me, you know, well, Philip said, your speech is a bit slurry. I said, it's because I'm on bipolar medication and I have an illness. And she went, are you an alcoholic? I've never been a big drinker, ever. Drugs, done shitloads. Drinks, no. And I've never, ever been an alcoholic, ever in my life.
No.
So I got absolutely firm, but Philip kind of got the brunt. But I've mended my ways and
Yeah, you
Bill
went
Bridges...
back on again, didn't you?
Dude, it was so scary. To go on national TV, even today, and hold my hands up and go, yes, I'm a knob. I made mistakes and you're all right, I was wrong.
Yeah. Did your kids see you on this morning?
No, I don't think they did. They have done
good.
now because,
Yeah.
like I say, after I'd done this morning, second time around, it was like Molly and Lily have never seen any of the MTV shows or any of the reality stuff, but all the kids in school were looking forward to watching Kerry Katona come and clean. I was like, shit.
Oh, no.
You know, and I came to the decision of I need to be honest with my children so that they can be honest with me. So I sat them down, they watched it, and then Molly went, so when's all this happened then, Mum? You know, and I'm so proud of the fact that she didn't have a clue about the bankruptcy, about why Brian left, or Mark, or the drugs. They had no idea. And then I literally went, basically, Molly, Mum has been living a double life, like some secret spy. So when we're in Ireland, having a great time, Mum's got to cope with all this. Why didn't you just tell us, Mum? And, you know what? I just laughed so loud, but with tears in my eyes, thinking, you know what? As much as the public used to go, those kids don't deserve... I was really shit. I kept it all from them.
You protected them,
even though I was messing up myself.
Yeah.
I kept it all from them. So, but the fact now I've been open and honest with them, they're starting to open up with me now, which is good.
So, you know, I've followed your career and
What
you know,
career?
No, all your reality shows. And you know, I'll be honest with you. Like the first one was Crazy in Love.
I should have just been crazy.
I don't know you, but I loved it. I was watching it and I was really... And I mean, there is something about watching... You know, I'm not saying...
Car crash.
Yeah, I didn't want to say
it.
But then when you did the MTV show and you were crying and then I said... I don't want to watch this because this isn't fun. This is like watching someone who seriously needs help. You know what I mean? I just think you deserve a happy ending, to be honest.
Yeah, I think everyone deserves a happy ending, but we all make our own endings, and it's time I start making mine, and that's what I've been doing for the last year.
Yeah, that's good for you. If there are any drug addicts watching at home tonight... And I know I have a big following. They love this show. What top tips would you give them for getting clean?
Oh, you know what? I think I personally couldn't advise anybody. I think you've got to experience it yourself. I think you've got to hit that all-time low till you start going back up again. And it's a hard, bloody climb. It really is. And I'm still climbing. I've still got a long way to go. But if I can do it... Kerry Katona... honest God, if I can do it, you've seen my life. It's been demented. Anyone can do it. And I really mean that.
Do you ever think you're near to going back to... Are there ever times when you're like...
Never in a million years. I haven't worked this out. I haven't got that connection back with my kids to fuck all this up again.
OK. Welcome back to part 4. Jamiroquai will be here in a couple of minutes, but look who's still here. It's Kerry Katona. Now, it seems there are 2 problems in your life.
Just the 2?
Just the 2. Drugs and your ex-husband, Mark.
Mark.
There he is, look. You know, I thought he was the wrong one from the start. I read, didn't you? Yeah. He'd have like a new Lamborghini every bloody week.
I guess that's what you do when you're trying to buy love.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm skint now. I've never been happier, so buying people's affection doesn't work.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
Where did you meet him, and what made you fall in love with him?
I think I was still heartbroken over my first husband leaving me.
Yeah.
You know, it was a fairy tale, you know, the family, that is all I ever wanted.
Yeah.
And I was in such a rush. I felt a failure as a wife. I felt a failure as a mother. The fact that I couldn't keep their daddy with us. And I felt a failure as a woman. And it's like my dream had been completely destroyed. So I was so eager to get that back and wanting to feel wanted again that I think I just fell for the, you know, the complete rebel, the bad boy. And, you know, and then you get into a certain point when you start to believe what he tells you, you know, it was like you damaged goods and, you know, no one love you like I love you. Get your jams on, get back into bed.
Yeah.
And that for me was like, I felt like he was looking after me, but it was like, when I got from boot camp, I was like getting up at 5 o'clock, off my medication, herbal tea, and he'd be like, this isn't you, this isn't you. And it's like, no, but this is a good me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm doing good. And it's a conflict of interest. And then it's like, whoa, what's going on? Not happening.
Why do you keep going back to him?
Because I felt it's so hard to be in a relationship that's completely mind-controlled and to start to believe in yourself and go, to find that I had no one else, no one could help me until I helped myself, and find that strength to get out that bed and go for a jog and go, right, this is it, was one of the hardest things because I had no one else to turn to. You just got to get that strength. I don't know where I got it from because if I knew where I got the strength from, I'd put it in a bottle, sell it, and I wouldn't be bankrupt.
No. It's good answer. Let's move on to the future now. Now, since splitting up, are you back on the market? Have you started dating? Are you on the internet? Are you putting your profile out there? Are you going speed dating? What are you doing?
I've not had any offers.
Oh, give over.
I'm available. Please ring this phone number.
Yeah, ring the Chatty Man studio. We'll put you in touch.
I was calling for hours to ring up and say, do you fancy going and getting a leg over? Yeah, not a problem. But, you know, it's just about me and the kids at the minute. I'm not saying no to a relationship.
No. How old are you? Only 30, aren't you?
30, yeah.
Yeah.
Married twice, you see. Maybe relationships aren't for me. They don't seem to work.
No. But what's next for you? Where do you go from here? What do you want to do?
I don't look too far ahead. I don't get my hopes up too high because every time you do, you get pulled down and let down. So I'm just really honoured that I'm back on TV and it's not for Crime Watch.
Good luck with dancing tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Great
Thank
to
you
have you
so
on the
much.
show.
Thank you.
Kerry Katona, everyone. That's it for tonight's show. A massive thank you to Benedict Cumberbatch, James Corden, and of course, Kerry Katona. On next week's show, I'll be joined by the cast of Being Human, Billy Piper, Usher, and Duran Duran. But now with Lifeline from his new album, Rock, Just, Light, Star, it's Jamiroquai!
So right